Hello everyone, this is Ashwin here. In this video we are going to see about OpenAI Codex. So I just got access to this OpenAI Codex, still it is in the beta version. So this codex is very powerful and it is built on top of GPT-3. So we have already seen some of the applications for GPT-3. Some examples we have already seen in the previous video. If you didn't see that video, means click on the right top corner of this video to see that. Now using this codex, we can able to generate codes using natural language. So here for this example, make a red ball bounce around the screen means it's actually generating the JavaScript code for that. Like that, you can also do some customizations for this code. You can able to edit manually, or you can able to tell some instructions using natural language in order to edit the code. It is working perfectly fine and I have tested out with various applications. So this codex, if available commercially, means it will definitely kill most of the developer jobs because this is so powerful. Even a kid can able to instruct this codex to create some games or some software with the help of this codex. So that is how powerful it is. Now let's try it out, some of the examples. So first we are going to create a game. So throughout this videos, we are going to see multiple examples how we can able to use this codex and make our job much easier. Now let's dive into the playground. So this is the codex JavaScript sandbox. So here I have to provide the instructions, and here it will display some outputs, and here it will generate the code. Let's create a small game with a ball. So create a red ball with user control. Let's run this. So it's going to create all the code. See, if I move the mouse, it's actually moving this object. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change to circle. Now it is changed to circle. What else? Disable scroll bar. Now it's easier for us. Let's move using arrows. Use arrows to move the ball and remove mouse control. Let's do that. Now you can able to see it's actually creating some key codes. Let me check whether we can able to see. Now you can able to move the ball using your key arrows. I'm just moving it upwards, left, down, and I can also move it using this mouse. I think I have mentioned it as remove. Okay, we will mention it separately. Remove mouse control. Let's run this. Now I can't able to move it using the mouse, but I can able to use the arrows. Now change the background to black. It changes the background. Add snowfall in the background. Okay, this is N. Run this. See, it's actually creating some kind of snow here, and I can also move this ball across this. Like this, you can able to specify all the things. If you want to create an actual game with some obstacle, means you can also create that. So I don't know how it's gonna be working. So it's automatically creating all the snowballs. Let's create a score. Create score on the top right side. with yellow color. Let's see. So it's actually created the score. Increase score size to 2x. Now you can able to see the score clearly. Create obstacles with random movement. So it created an obstacle, but the movement is like so fast. So you can able to reduce the moment of this obstacle, and if you have any collision means decrease the score by 1 or 2, and if there is no collision and we are just moving this ball across the screen means you can increment the score by 1. Like that you can able to create some functions. So I just created some random functions that I think of. So if you want to change, like change obstacle speed to 0.25x and this, so it's not changing the speed. I think we have to give some other commands, or here we can also change the code using this edit option. You can able to see change the corresponding function. So you can also change the code. It's actually working fine. So here this is the obstacle and this is the random movement. Change obstacle movement speed to 0.5x. Does it reduce the speed? I don't know. We have to set something here in order to do this. So this is like a example game you can able to think of. You can also create some space game or some snake game if you want. I tried out. It's working pretty good. You just have to give the instructions carefully, like a step-by-step instructions how you are going to create the game. So if a game developer uses this codex means they can able to take advantage and create the whole game in a single day. So that is how powerful this is. Now I'm going to clear the code. Let's move on to the second application. So the second application we are going to see is building a website. So I'm just going to build a simple login page with some image. Okay, let's provide the instructions. Create a login page in vertical manner, vertical layout. So I just set it as vertical layout, but it's just providing the login page. Okay, so if you have a form means let's add some image. Add an image above the login. Let's see what image it's gonna add. So it just added the Google image. Create a search bar below the image. Let's create kind of a Google search page. So it just create a search bar here. Create search button in the center. So it's just pretty messy because we are not giving the exact position of the pages. So it's just automatically aligning based on the image and every instructions we are setting. So this is not a neat website, but we do have a recommended code in order to place this correspondingly. If you want to change these things means you just have to go to the corresponding code and set these points, like where to place this text boxes and the login button, and we also have the search button and the search bar. We can also place this in a proper format like in the center. So you can able to change this by providing instructions, or we can also do some edit using this edit option. So like this you can able to create some kind of a basic home page with some information on top of that. If you are a front-end developer, means it will be very easy to create some of the basic code using this codex. So this is another application. Now let's try to solve some problem. Okay, I want a code to find the Fibonacci series. So create code for Fibonacci series. So create code for Fibonacci series. So you can able to recognize this code, right? It just created the function for Fibonacci, and the code is actually correct. This is not the optimized code. It just maybe we will just say optimize the code. Okay, I think this is the optimized version of the Fibonacci series. You can able to clearly see the difference. I didn't say much more instructions. I just said optimize the code. It just optimized the previous code. So this is a linear time and this is the exponential time. Let's also create some calculator. Create a calculator. So now we are just actually giving some questions, and it's automatically getting the answers. So now it's not working properly, as you can able to see. It's just working on the Fibonacci series alone. I think we have to clear and give the instruction again. Create a calculator with basic arithmetic operators. Let's run this. So now it's creating some kind of calculator. I don't know whether it works, because we need to have like two bounding boxes. Let's say 1 plus, see, it's not working, but it's actually created all the recommended buttons. We have to provide some backend functions, like for each button we can able to provide some functionalities and create a calculator function. So like this we can also do some problem solving with the help of this codex. You just have to paste the question in terms of instructions and it will generate the code. So another application is edit the photo. Let's add a photo. So it will just randomly add a photo. So this is the photo. Now decrease the size by half. Now it's just decreased the size by half, as you can able to see. Now change to black and white. See, it's automatically changing all the things. What else we can able to add? We can't able to do some circular operation. Maybe I will just add another photo, another image. Maybe let's add image 2. So it's automatically adding image. Okay, this image we don't want, so delete image 2. So it just deleted. See, it's actually understanding our instructions very well and creating the code. Let's add dog image. Okay, I think it's not a valid dog image. Add a cat image. I think the links are all not working. I think that's the case. It's not actually showing the image. Okay, it's not showing the image. I don't know what's happening, but it's definitely not showing the image. Let's clear it and add a image. Okay, now it's having a Google image. Make it circle. So it's actually make the image as circular. I think you can able to see it just have some formatting. It's like a oval shape now. Change to black and white. Black and white. So it will change the color. Now after that, if you want to change back, means you can just say it as change back. Change back. Now it reverted back the original color. So I think you can able to see with this simple examples, if you provide a detailed explanation or instruction to this codex, means it will generate the image, and you can also do some addition on top of the image, and it's clearly working based on the code alone. It's not doing anything. If we have a separate software or model for this photo edition, means using natural language itself we can able to edit most of the photo. Okay, this is done. And another application is language translation. Let's say hello world in French. So I'm just translating this hello world in French. Let's say it's working fine or not. See, it's actually displaying hello world in French. That is bonjour le monde. So I can't able to pronounce it. It's French. So like this, you can also do some language translation. So with the help of this, you can also build some software. You have to specify the front end and back end for the software. It will be much easier. So this is for JavaScript alone. We are just doing all the applications. And we also have another codex for other languages like Python or let's go to that codex now. So this is the playground. I'm going to set response length to around more than 200. Now inside the comments, I'm going to specify the instructions. So let's say if we want to create a data science project, create a machine learning project with iris data. So this is the common data set. You can able to find it easily. Let's see whether it is creating the actual project. So it's importing the modules and it's doing all the validation, and everything is doing in comment. I think it's not working perfectly. Okay, just providing so much information. I'll just reduce the response length to below 200, and we will just clear the prompt, and again we will create a machine learning project, a machine learning model with iris data. Run this. Again run this. Again, you just have to run it for a few times because the response length is like minimum. I'll just increase the response length to some reasonable length, so it will actually get the previous data and provide the future data. So yeah, I think this much is enough for us. So let's see. It imported pandas, it imported matplotlib, and it also generated some applications, and it also imported the models like the train test plate, k-neighbors classifier, and this is for getting the metrics. It's loading the iris data, it's shuffling the data, getting the training data and testing data, splitting it accordingly, and training the data, making the prediction, evaluating the model. Now cross validation is going on, and it also giving us a confusion matrix, classification report, and it's also generating some random data for new predictions. As you can able to see, it just done a whole full-fledged project. Even a student can't able to like do like this. So it generated a complete machine learning project. I've just mentioned a single line, like provided some instruction to create a machine learning model, but it actually done a great job for this. Even for data scientists with basic expertise, I think their job also is gonna be gone, because if clients have some requirements, means they can just mention the requirements in terms of comments, and it's automatically creating the code. And so far I can able to see everything is like perfect, and I didn't see any mistake across this code. And this is just one example. Let's do another thing. I'm going to mention it as Python 3. Maybe I'll just clear the whole thing. Now mention it as Python 3. In Python 3, I want to create some kind of function. Create a function that, okay, we will create a merge sort function. Create a merge sort function. So usually we have to do a lot of coding if you want to create a merge sort function, or else you have to go to the internet in order to search for this function. Let's see whether the AI can able to generate this. Okay, I just also created some other comments. Okay, let's increase the response length to 200. Now merge sort. Yes, I think I can able to clearly see the logic. It is working fine, and it's also creating a random list. So this AI is like really powerful. I didn't expect this much accuracy from the beta stage API. So as you can able to see, I just mentioned it as Python 3 and create a merge sort function. It automatically assumes we want to test it with some random numbers. So it's automatically generated few comments and created the whole merge sort function here. Until here, this is the merge sort function, and it just created a random list, and it also calculated the time of how long it takes to sort a list, and it's calling the merge sort function and displaying the merge sort time, and it's also comparing with the inbuilt sorting function. If you just copy and paste this in some Python editor, you can able to actually run the code. So far I didn't see any mistakes in this Python code. I think this is a major breakthrough in the technology sector. It's actually covering every possible aspects I can able to think of using just natural language. I don't know how it can able to understand all the things and generating the actual code. Think that even though they have the training data, this much powerful model is like very helpful to so many people, I guess. Even the people who can't able to code, they can just directly use this API to generate all these things. And I have covered most of the applications so far with some examples. I hope this video will be helpful to you, and you can also go to this OpenAI and join the waitlist if you want to access this codex or GPT-3 functionalities. I think that's it, guys. If you want more videos on OpenAI with some project capabilities like creating a project from scratch, just ping me in the comments. I will create a project using this playground only for educational purpose. I can't able to use this for any development purpose because this is still in the beta, and we have some restrictions. So I already built some project from scratch, that is the machine learning project with the Iris. So if you want to do like that, means ping me in the comments. That's it, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.